Hey guys, JT here back with another video. Today we are going to be reviewing my fantasy football team and the other teams in this league. And before I get into this, I am reminding you guys to comment down below which team you think is going to win it all and which team you think is going to get last place. So my team has Geno Smith as my quarterback, Calvin Ridley, Deontay Johnson, Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Mark Andrews, Drake London. And then my bench is Rachaad White, Rashad Penny, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jordan Addison, Dalton Schultz, Kyle Pitts. My kicker is Myers, and my defense is Atlanta. And now I'm going to go over why I got each player. So first, I got Geno Smith because he has a lot of targets with DK, Tyler Lockett, and Jackson Smith-Njigba, and he can also run the ball, which to me, this makes a great quarterback, and he is going to have a lot of options to score me points. Next, Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley was a great wide receiver on the Falcons, and he didn't even have the best quarterback. So now that he's on Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence, who has been hot last season, I think Calvin Ridley is going to do much better, and he is one of their only pieces that they have as wide receiver other than Christian Kirk, so he is going to be getting a lot of targets, receptions, and touchdowns, and yards. That's why I got him. Deontay Johnson. I've been hearing lots of good things about him in the preseason, and I've been seeing him make some good catches. So I took my chances on him, and he is supposed to be pretty good. I think he's going to get a lot of receptions and targets, and hopefully lots of touchdowns and yards. We will see how this goes, and I'm thinking about possibly trading him, depending on how he does in the first couple of weeks. Bijan Robinson, the newest member to the Falcons, the first-round pick of the 2023 NFL Draft. He is a stud. I love this guy as running back. He can catch, he can run, he makes people miss. He is supposed to be really good. He has the best prospect since Saquon. And I think he's going to have a great season because he's going to be used in many different ways. For example, one play he'll line up at running back, one play he'll be wide receiver, and the defenses are not going to know what to expect. So I think he's going to do great. Josh Jacobs had a monster season last season, and I'm hoping he can do that again. He is on the Raiders, yeah. He's on the Raiders, so they just got rid of Mac Hollins, and they got rid of Derek Carr, so now they might be running the ball some more with Josh Jacobs. Mark Andrews, a great tight end. In my opinion, he's the second best tight end in the league, coming behind Travis Kelce. But every year, Mark Andrews beats my team in the playoffs, and I hate it. So I was just thinking, why don't I just try to draft him? And that's what I did this year. Drake London. He was a rookie last season on the Falcons, and he did okay. He did pretty good for a rookie. And now I've been seeing him progress in the offseason, putting in the work, and I think he is going to have a breakout season, and I think he is going to be just as good as Calvin Ridley. So hopefully he does pretty good. And then Rachaad White, he is the starter on the Buccaneers, and last year, if you look at his game log, he did pretty good for not even being the starter. And now that he's the starter, he's going to do really good. Rashad Penny, I just have him just because, I don't know. I have a feeling he might get a lot of carries or a lot of plays, a lot of snaps. So I just have him on my bench for now. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he is on the Seahawks, paired him up with Geno Smith. I think he's going to do pretty good. And if he doesn't, then I'm hoping Jordan Addison does. And then Dalton Schultz. He is now on Houston, and he is pretty much one of their only pieces to their offense, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be getting lots of targets. And then I got Kenny Pickup as my backup. So I just chose him just because, just in case Geno Smith gets injured. And I got him late in the draft. Myers, I don't know, just another kicker. And then Atlanta's defense, I think they're going to do pretty good this season after adding Calais Campbell and Jeff Okudah and many more players. So now let's look at some of these other teams. As you can see, there's different divisions. Let's look at CDs, TDs. Trevor Lawrence, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Ramondre Stevenson, David Montgomery, Kincaid, T. Higgins, Everett, Williams, Judy, Robinson, Kadarius Toney, Mostert, Joseph, and Denver's defense. Overall, I'm going to rate this team a B+. I think he has a pretty good quarterback who's going to do really good. Jamar Chase, great wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb, great wide receiver. Stevenson, he is actually pretty good. I like Stevenson. David Montgomery, I think he's gonna do okay this season, but he's gonna be sharing carries with Jahmyr Gibbs. Kincaid, I don't know how good he's gonna do, but he's supposed to do pretty good, so we'll see. T. Higgins, I like, and then he has his bench, his kicker, and his defense. Now, Caden's slam dunk team. First, he has Joe Burrow, Keenan Allen, Courtland Sutton, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Aaron Jones, and then his bench, as you guys can see, and then his kicker and his defense. I'm gonna rate this team another B+, just because his wide receivers aren't that strong, but he does have a good quarterback and two great running backs with Austin Eckler and Saquon. Aaron Jones is a good running back. Sometimes, some games he's not that good, but some games he's pretty good. Dallas Goedert, great tight end in my opinion. His bench is looking pretty solid. And then Harrison Butker, one of the greatest kickers, and Seattle's defense. Now we go to Mr. Poopy Pants. Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, Nick Chubb, Jackson, Waller, Williams, his bench, and his kicker and his defenses. So, if I were to rate this team, I'm just going to give it a solid B. B minus, actually. We're going to give it a B minus. Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson, great duo. DK Metcalf, I don't know how good he's going to do with Tyler Lockett and Jackson Smith-Njigba. Those two players are going to be taking away receptions from him. And Geno Smith is going to also run the ball, so we will see how he does. Nick Chubb, I like him. Great running back. Jackson, I think he's going to do okay, but Jonathan Taylor, I think, is going to get, I'd say, most of the carries, but not all. Darren Waller, great tight end, but he has been slowing down, so we will see how he does. Mike Williams, I think he's going to do okay, but he's not going to have the greatest season. His bench is looking okay, but Alvin Kamara is suspended, and then his kicker and his defense. So now we're going to go to lefty. He has Justin Herbert, Amari Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Etienne, James Conner, Cole Kmet, Christian Kirk, his bench, and then his two kickers and his two defenses. I don't know if I like having two kickers and two defenses, but he has that, which I don't really care for, but it's his decision. And then Justin Herbert, great quarterback. If I were to give this fantasy team a rating, I would give it a C. I don't think his team is that good, but Travis Kelce is out right now. So once he's in the lineup, I'd probably just give it a C plus. Or actually still a C. But Justin Herbert, I like him. Amari Cooper, he's going to do pretty good. DeAndre Hopkins, he's going to do okay, but not the best. Travis Etienne, I think, is going to do okay, but also not the best. James Conner, I think he's going to do okay to pretty good. And then his tight end is just Cole Kmet, so we'll see how he does. Christian Kirk, his bench is looking, it's actually looking pretty good with Travis Kelce on it, but once he moves up, it's going to be looking, okay. He has 2 good kickers, and then his defenses. Now we are going to move to Tater Tots. Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, Kittle, Bateman, his bench, his kicker, and his defense. I would give this team I'm going to honestly give it a B plus. I'll give it a B plus. I like his team with Lamar Jackson and all these players, but the reason why it's not an A is because I feel like Devontae Adams, Lamar Jackson, Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, and Kittle can all get injured very easily, as we've seen in the past. Pacheco, this game, walked off to the sideline injured for a little bit, so I don't know how his team's going to be if they're all injured, but it looks pretty good. I'm liking this team. His bench is looking decently good. And then I like Nwoku and Philadelphia's defense, which makes that team a B plus. Now C, Tennessee. Jalen Hurts, Tyreek Hill, Chris Olave, Jahmyr Gibbs, Miles Sanders, Jahan Dotson, his bench, and then his kicker and his defense. So, I'm gonna rate this team I'm gonna give this team let me see his running backs real quick. Yeah, we're gonna give it a B. I don't know if it should be a B or a B plus, because I do like it, but I'm gonna have to stick with it. Let me see his bench. I'll give it a B plus. I'm liking his team. Jalen Hurts, great quarterback. Tyreek Hill, great wide receiver. Chris Olave, he's gonna have a breakout season in my opinion. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's gonna do pretty good. I'm gonna say he's gonna average 13 points a game this season. Miles Sanders, he's gonna do okay, in my opinion. Not the best. His tight end, I don't know how good he's gonna do. Jahan Dotson is gonna do okay, but not the best. But then he also has Jonathan Taylor, which when he comes back and stuff, I think he's gonna do. I think he's gonna do pretty good. Tyler Algier, his bench is looking okay. And then his kicker and his defense. Now we move on to this division. You guys already seen my team. Here it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna rate my team. I'm gonna say my team is a A minus or a B plus. I don't want to sound like my team is the best because I don't know if it is or not, but I think my players have great potential, and if they have a good game, it's going to be a good game. So, in my opinion, they're all going to have pretty good seasons, and most of them are going to have breakout seasons. So, we will see how they do. But remember to comment down below whose team you like the most and which team you think is going to win. Now, Royce's remarkable team. Tua, St. Brown, Debo, McCaffrey, Mixon, Freiermuth, Madison, Swift, Evans, McKinnon, Deshaun Watson, Sky Moore, Higbee, Nick Folk, and Cincinnati's defense. I'm going to give this team a solid B. It's not a B plus because, in my opinion, Tua is not going to do that good. And Deebo's going to do okay, I would say he averages 15 points a game, but overall this team looks it looks good. It's just not the best in my opinion. Now we move on to the Lions' Den. I think this guy's dad drafted for him because he did have a baseball game. So Justin Fields, Justin Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Tony Pollard, Gibson, Kyle Pitts, Terry McLaurin, his bench, and then his kicker and his defense. So I'm going to give this team an A-. The reason why I give it an A- is because I think Justin Fields is going to have a really good season. Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson. He's going to make good plays. He's going to get a lot of targets, and he's just going to be good. Smith, I think, is going to have a pretty good season with a couple breakout games. Tony Pollard, he is now their official starter. I'm liking him. He gets a lot of receptions and a lot of carries. He's going to do pretty good. Gibson, he's going to do not the best, but he's going to do okay. Kyle Pitts, I think this is a season where he is going to do pretty good. Terry McLaurin is going to always be okay in my opinion. And then his bench is looking solid with Breece Hall, A.J. Dillon, Nico Collins. This guy, I just don't know how to pronounce his name, but I know him. Quentin Johnson and Warren. Yeah, so I think his team is an A-. Chase's champion team. Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs, Brown, Pierce, Cook, Hooper, Samuel, his bench, and then his 2 kickers and his 2 defenses. Again, I'm not a fan of that, but it's his decision. I am gonna give this team a B. I don't think his quarterback is the best, but he does have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison on his team, so he might do pretty good. Stephon Diggs I like Stephon Diggs, he's good. Brown is going to be good. Pierce is going to be good in my opinion. Dalvin Cook is going to be sharing the backfield with Breece Hall, but I think he is going to have a solid season, and yeah, overall, this team, I think for the final answer, it is a B. Not the best, but it's not that bad. Miles' marvelous team. Josh Allen, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Derrick Henry, J.K. Dobbins, T.J. Hawkinson, Geno Smith, his bench, and his kicker and his 2 defenses. I'm going to give this team a B-. Josh Allen, Jalen Waddle, really good. DJ Moore, I don't know how good he's going to do, but I think he's going to do pretty good. Derrick Henry, good. J.K. Dobbins, okay. Hawkinson, pretty good. And then his flex, which is Juju Smith-Schuster, he's going to do okay. And I'm going to give it a B-. And the last team, Cash's choice team. Patrick Mahomes, Cooper Kupp, who's out, and he is starting. Tyler Lockett, Najee Harris, Cam Akers, Evan Ingram, Christian Watson. The bench, the kicker, and the 2 defenses. I'm going to give this team a C+, just because Patrick Mahomes is going to be Patrick Mahomes, doing amazing things, doing great things. He is going to be scoring a lot of points. Cooper Kupp, who is out right now, I don't know when he's going to come back, but I think he's going to do pretty good if he does come back. Tyler Lockett, again, I don't know how good he's going to do because he does have DK Metcalf and, what's his name? Jackson Smith-Njigba and Geno Smith, who is going to be running the ball sometimes, so I think he's going to have an okay season, but not the best. And this team is a C+ in my opinion. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Comment down below which team you like the best, which team you think is going to win, and which team you think is going to get last place. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And that's going to do it. Bye.